Hey, so we need to talk. Um, quick disclaimer. I'm gonna put some trigger warnings right here. If you are at all thinking this might upset you, I want you to either be very careful or just read the description of this. I want you all to take care of yourselves. And there's a couple things I need to say. So it's been, 6 months nearly? Might be more since I uploaded. My last upload was December 13th, and as of recording this, it is May 12th. And those of you who've been following me since the beginning, you know I started this channel in January 2023, but I started posting comic dubs, which is what most of you know me for, back in February of that year. And that was at a time I was struggling a lot mentally. I wasn't doing well. My family was having a lot of internal issues. We had just moved, and I was not coping well. I was hurting myself. I tried to take my own life. I was not coping very well. So I started this as kind of a way to just get out all of my anxious, nervous, depressed energy. And now it's over 2 years later. I've made a lot of progress, but I also just don't think that continuing comic dubs like I used to before is something for me. I do enjoy voice acting. I want to do it professionally, maybe someday, hoping, but comic dubs as I do now, they're just not really for me anymore. It's not really who I am anymore. There might still be some in the future, but they would be kind of rare occasions when I just want some voice acting practice. They're not gonna be the main thing of this channel anymore, just because it's not who I am anymore. I've grown a lot in the last 2 years. I've changed a lot. I've matured a lot. And also just my own physical health has changed a lot. I've gone very physically downhill. I knew I was chronically ill when I started this, but it's gotten a lot worse in the last few years. It's been more difficult to manage, and it's just, comic dubs aren't really something I want to continue doing as my main thing. I don't honestly know what I'd want to do as my main thing. I might start posting chronic illness content to raise awareness, just because I want to see more chronically ill people in their teens. I don't want, this was originally about not wanting people like me to feel alone, and now I don't feel so alone more with my mental health, but I feel more isolated physically. It's hard to kind of connect being a teenager who homeschools due to chronic illness and bullying issues to make friends when you don't really leave your house except for, appointments. And it's just, I want others like me to not feel alone. I want other teenagers who some days can't get out of bed because they're just genuinely in too much pain. I don't want them to feel alone, because I genuinely feel alone with this kind of issue a lot, and I don't see enough posting about it. So that might be where some of my content starts going. I might start posting art. I'm not a very good artist, but I do enjoy drawing occasionally, so I might start posting, you know, simple like doodles. I enjoy writing. I have, you know, a lot of like Riordanverse travels, Verigo. My interests have changed. I'm not so much the Haikyuu comic dub person. I'm now more into, you know, the Riordanverse, Varian and the Seven Kingdoms. My interests have changed, and those also aren't really fandoms that comic dubs are super, like, easy to do for. Like, it's just, do you guys know what I mean? I might, like, start finding someone's Varian and the Seven Kingdoms timeline story and maybe voice that, just as a side project for myself, because I am genuinely obsessed with Varian and the Seven Kingdoms. I love it. Varian is my comfort character, and I might start, like, posting snippets of, like, my writing process, just for any writers out there. And not sponsored, by the way, but I currently use Campfire Writing to plan out my writing. I use the free one right now, which is fine, but it's very limited. I'm probably gonna get the paid subscription soon. It's about $12 a month, depending on the plan, but that's the one we're planning on getting. Not sponsored, by the way. I've been using them for only about like a week now, when I really like started getting more into planning out my writing, because previously I just had a bunch of drabbles in my phone notes app, and I've genuinely enjoyed it very much. I've put actually I have it open on another tab in my laptop. I've put, let's see, almost a full day of work. I've put my stats. I've put 22 hours into all of my kind of things so far in like the last week with my writing. 22.2 hours, and that's kind of what I tend to more enjoy now. It's difficult for me to put into words. I've never been very good with words, which is ironic considering how I started this. But the way I started this channel just isn't me anymore, and I want to kind of change the direction and inform you guys of that. And also uploads are going to be less common than they were in the beginning. I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try, guys. I know I've been saying that for months, probably like over a year at this point, but I am really trying. I'm just, you know, chronic illness, because there's, you know, for the last week I've genuinely barely really been able to get out of bed. I do still have like a plan to maybe sell jewelry and some perler bead things in the future. If anyone is interested in that, I do have like a whole bunch of stuff made if anyone would like a video on that, and I might start making some videos on those, just because that's something that brings me joy, in like a way to calm down. I enjoy sorting beads, I enjoy making jewelry. It's something I do genuinely enjoy, and I want to start making content that I genuinely enjoy again, and not feel like I'm forcing myself like I've been trying to do for the last few months. And like I said, there will probably still be occasional comic dubs because I do always find some stuff that is like, oh hey, I would like to voice that. Like I said, I might find someone's Varian and Seven Kingdoms like storyline, like their take on the story. Since it's not an official story, I might find someone's take on the story and start voicing that. I honestly don't really know where this is headed. I want you guys to be informed. And I'm so sorry for how slow I talk and how long it's taken me to get to all my points. I don't do scripts. I just kind of say things, and figuring out what to say is hard. But I think that's honestly about it. I might be gone a while longer just because I'm still trying to get some answers with my own health. We're trying to get answers for an autoimmune condition. We're still trying to get some answers on my own health. And the medical system is so great. But I think that's really all I have to say. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. I hope you guys stay for the future and kind of follow whatever path I end up taking with this channel with me.